Hey guys, it's Sammy, and today I am going to be showing you a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to show you how to make Harry Potter wands, and in this tutorial I will be making this one. So I decided to show a relatively simple wand, but really the sky is the limit. Seriously, if you can imagine it, you can make it. Seriously, you can do anything you want. But the things you are for sure going to need are wooden dowels. I just get these at Hobby Lobby. They have this, like the same exact ones at Michael's. I get this size. And then you're going to need a hot glue gun and lots of hot glue. And that's basically it. That is all I used on this wand right here. And then paint, of course. I add various different charms to my wands. I'll throw up a couple pictures of different ones right here. The sky is really the limit though. A little trick that I had since the beginning, this little part right here at the end of the wand is actually these little charms. They're these tiny, tiny little cute bottles that I take the cork off and then I put on the ends, and I used to fill them with glitter a lot, and then now I just end up I mean, I still do that once in a while, but now I just started painting them. Like this is one of those little ones as well. And then on a lot of them I have like beads, like any kind of beads work, honestly. Like this one, I have one of those little beads on the end. And then I also have ones with these little gems on the end. And then something that I've been playing with recently is these little like rocks and stones and gems like this. Someone actually bought this one and I need to ship it out to them on Monday. And I was just playing with these little gems, which are actually these little vase fillers. They're just these glass ones that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I just put them on there and then filled them up with hot glue and then just painted over them. I got clear so that I could have like different colored ones. I've only made a couple of those so far. This one and then one I already sold, and I will put up a picture of that up there as well. I do various different types of color as well. I have a bunch of different browns that I like to use and mix to create other browns, and then all of them have a metallic color added to them as well. Like I have copper, I have rose gold, I have a bunch of different types of gold, and silver and champagne, kind of colors like that, and I just mix it and have fun. You can seriously do whatever you want. It is so fun and awesome. Like seriously, sky is the limit. And what I do to get wands to have this tip, since the wooden dowels are just flat, I just have this busted up X-Acto knife. I need to get a replacement. It doesn't really matter, it can still do its job. This actually, I don't know how I broke that off, but I broke it off. I just use like this X-Acto knife, and I think I used like a kitchen knife, like a steak knife once when I couldn't find this. And then I just use that to, I mean, you have to be careful, but you have to just taper off the ends, and then I use sandpaper to sand it down and then make it kind of the shape that I want. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how to make this wand. It's super simple, super awesome, and let's go on to that. I'm gonna show you a pretty simple wand, but also one with a lot of dynamics in it to show some kind of the like patterns and little things that I like to zhush upon my wands. So I already scraped this up to make it pointy, to make the wand pointy. This one kind of looks funky, but at the same time what's good about wands is making them is honestly, like, they don't look bad. It's hard to make them look like crap, basically. So I'm gonna make the top of it. Oh, I got a Snapchat from Tabby. Hi, Tabby. And then I kind of, to round out it, I kind of use the tip of the glue gun to just kind of, you know, create a little barrier so it doesn't keep running down. So now that there's just a little handle at the end. So now I'll kind of show you the like a little spiral pattern. Congratulations, I have a new match on Tinder. I'm gonna show you the little spirally pattern that I like to do. It's pretty simple. You spiral it. It can be thick or thin, whatever you want to do. If it's thick, it kind of runs a little bit, so you just kind of have to run your glue gun over it. Again, just to stop the running. Okay, so I have the spiral there. Ooh, pretty. When I'm switching up patterns, I like to just blend it into like a little chunk before I start the next section. Most of the time I like to do that. Sometimes when I'm getting a little creative, sometimes I just keep it going, but most of the time I put a little stopper on it at the end right there. And to make a nice textured look, I do this with the tip of my glue gun. It makes kind of like a textured look that I really like with my wands. I'll probably put in some pictures throughout this about like what that actually looks like in a finished product. Then I'm gonna do a kind of a crisscross pattern that I enjoyed doing. It's kind of a spiral crisscross, just like wrapping in a diagonal. See, and then that created a little, at the bottom here, it created a crisscross applesauce right there. And then I'm gonna kind of show you how I like to, not necessarily a pattern, but more to make a textured. Just get a big old glob. Just glob on the hot glue. And then I just have that same technique where I just, you know, do this. Just rub it all on. And you have to do it for a while, otherwise it'll settle and smooth out. But if you want to keep that textured look, you have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. It ends up being textured. It looks like texture. It makes it look like wood, basically. It makes it look carved instead of just added, if that makes sense. I like to do a different style of spirally kind of twisty things that is more textured like this instead of structured like this one and patterned up here. That involves, you know, getting a big glob. And then I just use, this is the X-Acto knife that I use to cut the ends down, and just kind of put it on there. Spin the wand and the knife down like this. It'll be a little bit hard to see, but it makes a more textured, you can tell, it looks more of like a carved spiral look instead of really structured like this end. And then sometimes I like it to be thicker, so I just go ahead and reapply the glue, so I just have another layer of it. I'm just gonna do that twisty thing again. And then I do use my fingers too, just try not to obviously do it when it's scorching hot because it hurts. See, and then you get that like really, really nice, smooth, like awesome looking carved look. So then I'm just gonna finish this wand with more spirals and crisscrosses. So I will do that real quick and then I will show you the paint. Alrighty, so I'm about to paint. I'm gonna do a relatively simple paint thing. I have this one, Burnt Umber Titanium Gold. So I'm basically just going to cover the whole thing in this brown color first. Alright, so the full wand is brown now, and then now I'm going to add the gold. First, I'm going to put the gold just on the like swirls and the patterns type things. But so far, see, I'm just adding it on like the detail part of it. So I'm going to finish this up and then show you what I do after. All right, so here's what it looks like when I have all of the patterns and kind of textures gold. You could leave it like this, or I like to add a little bit more depth to it. My favorite thing that I like to do, I do on all my wands, is I take whatever like accent color that I used and then make the tip like all that color. And then like so, that is the tip. And then you just basically, when there's barely anything on your brush, that's when I like to just go over the entire thing. So it'll have reminiscences. What's that word? I don't know. Will have you can see the gold over the brown. Like you can see both colors. I don't know how to word. Please forgive me. And then you just double check and see if you missed anything or when I add anything. Sometimes, depending on what kind of look I'm going for, I will go back over it with the brown, and then but sometimes I just leave it like this. For this, I'll just leave it like this because I want more of that pretty gold color. So this wand is officially done. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching that tutorial. I also sell these wands on Etsy. I mentioned someone bought my stuff before. That is how I sell them. I have my Etsy shop. It's called Quidditch Crafts. I have wands and then a couple other things that are not wands. And all the wands that I have shown throughout this video have been on my Etsy shop. Some of them might, some of them have already been sold. Some of them might be still up. I will put this one up when I get the chance if you guys just happen to really like this one, and then you get the wand that I made in the video. Woo! I'll put a link to my shop down below and also in the end slate. Oh my god, I just realized I was chewing gum like this entire filming. I'm so sorry. Ugh. But anyway, I will put links to my shop down below. Go look, go browse, go shop. Favorite my shop too. That would be soups awesome. Seriously, like you can do whatever you want with these and it is amazing. And I made literally all of my friends a wand for Christmas, so there's that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and take a look at my Etsy shop and see if you like anything on there, and I will see you next time. Bye.